was I going to say?
Conspiracy theories. Blah, blah.
What was I going to say? Damn it, Zach.
Oh,
Hey guys, what's going on? Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back with Batman, the animated series. We're watching it in the original release order. We're in episode 41. Alright, so Matt, for the first time, he didn't make it down. We record these in bulk every month, and he had surgery, and he's had a ton of things go on medically, and he couldn't make it down this month. So Zach's stepping in for one or maybe two or three. We'll see. You know, maybe we'll have Malachi in one. He wanted to be here but he couldn't, so just leave a comment down below. Tell him to get ready soon.
Get ready soon. Get well soon.
Get well soon. And get ready. Here's the thing. I actually don't remember what happened in the last one.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track, so I have no
When
idea.
you try to look these up, they always show you the proper order. I'm like, well, I didn't watch the proper order. I don't know what episode. So episode 40 is something else I haven't seen yet. Or it's one that was like episode 4, you know? I guess we'll talk about it real quick with Batman. My son just beat the Arkham games. And to him, that's Batman. That's the definitive version. And I really think you'll think that if you play the Arkhamverse. Since we watched the last one, they've released Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
I know. I heard about it. I heard it was a big flop.
Yeah, and a lot of it's because they implemented, I think, things that they thought the video game industry was going to trend, which is like, it's online all the time. But no, people didn't like that. People have been resisting, because the Xbox One, like not the new one, the one from last generation, the PS4 generation, they originally announced it that you had to be connected online all the time, and the industry just fucking bemoaned it. And then his name's Don Maddock. He's a slick bastard. I hate that guy. He left. He fucking resigned. And then they had to basically play catch up. They did okay, but
There's talk now, isn't there, that you should be more comfortable like not specifically owning your video game that you're purchasing and shit like that, digital content.
yeah, but here's the thing, anime, a good example of this. Like, gamers have always resisted that because they don't do a good job of not emulating, but like old games from like the Super Nintendo or PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 even. There's even PlayStation 3 games that I can't play on my PlayStation 4 or 5. I have to play on my PlayStation 3. It's ridiculous. So people are really resisting that idea.
Well, good. I mean, I don't like that fucking idea. It's something I just caught.
Well, anime, so Crunchyroll and Funimation, one bought the other, I don't know who.
Funimation bought Crunchyroll.
Okay, so Crunchyroll, there are a certain amount of animes, I guess big ones, because of licensing or some shit. The ones you bought, they're not going to transfer over, and they're going to be gone forever. So people bought maybe a whole series.
Yeah, now they can't access it.
Now they can't, if they're locked out of it. So, yeah, I mean, people are like, well, if that's the case, like, then fucking piracy should be legal. I read this thing of why piracy is good. You know what I mean? I mean, using the logic of, like, they try to use the logic, well, you don't really own it, you bought the rights to see it, and they technically this and that. I'm like, well, fuck you, then I'm going to pirate it.
Yeah, why would you partake of that?
Yeah.
And then them screwing you over at their leisure.
Yeah, especially if you, like, bought something on their service to support them. Like, screw that, dude.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, fucking bullshit. Yeah, so what they try to do, it's not technically the same thing, but they try to have this online, like, you know, the world changes and they update things, and that's really cool. But it hasn't been done in a way where it's been like the most groundbreaking thing. Like, because it's hard to do, from what I understand. Well, first of all, they reneged on it because I think they started seeing, okay, no one else is doing this. You know, because when they make these games, they start mapping them out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Or whatever, right? And they take that long to develop, and they're 80% of the way through. And maybe these ideas, they're already outdated, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's no online at all time consoles. There's none of that shit. And a lot of people were pissed. So they took that out. But I just heard, like, the story also wasn't as live up to, like, the Arkham legacy. There's some parts that were really cool. But, you know, everyone knows Kevin Conroy came back. I guess he was used badly.
That's what I heard.
So yeah, I mean, I'll check it out. My son still wants it. You know, I don't want to be one of those guys, Malachi, it's got bad reviews, so don't play it. Because maybe he'll like it, right? Because there's games that, you know, weren't critically acclaimed that I really like. But yeah, there's a legacy to the Arkhamverse. And just to me, as a gaming historian, it breaks my heart that I didn't live up to the legacy. Now, the game I might play, it's not so bad, but it breaks my heart still, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
Guys, we are on episode 41. If you want to support us, you like talks like this? Good, because we like having talks like this. Go to our Patreon to support us. We have 4 weeks early access for this show and for all of our non-live shows. We also have full-length uncut reactions. Let's jump in. Sometimes I'm just thinking, who would be hot in real life? That black guy would be a good look.
Edward Nigma.
Oh, this fuck. Well, no, he might be okay. I mean, if you've got a redhead, don't wear fucking red.
Yeah.
The exact same color. You know what I mean? We're green.
Yeah.
We're green, yeah. You'll watch Mad.
Make it pop.
We gotta do Mad Men, dude. You're gonna love that show. And that fucking Joan, red-haired.
Oh, the secretary.
Yeah. You ever do these crossword puzzles?
Not enough, no.
I used to do them quite a bit when I was a giant eagle. I was so fucking bored. Sudokus?
That I need to do more too, yeah. Look at this guy.
What's going on here? Where's my office? My door was right here.
Was is right.
What's the meaning of this?
What does it look like, Eddie? You're out of here. You're history. You're fired. Comprende?
Have you lost what passes for your mind? You can't afford to do without me, Mockridge.
I can if you're going to sue me for royalties.
I created the riddle of the Minotaur game. You are a fool, Mockridge, to think you can get away with this. Your amoral greed is no match for an intellect like mine.
If you're so smart, why aren't you rich? So I've made sure that Competitron owns all rights to Riddle of the Minotaur, free and clear. Considering all the licensing and merchandising, oh, well, heck, we just built a Minotaur amusement park
Wayne
outside
Fox.
this city.
You can stop pitching, Mockridge. I want this deal so I can move Competitron to Gotham. This city desperately needs the jobs it'll create. Mockridge? Are you okay? Mockridge!
Mockridge. You figured they would be, what? They would turn around.
We'll have to wrap this up later, guys. Something's come up.
I'm not used to my Lucius Fox being bald.
Yeah, I know.
It just disturbs me.
Well, whatever that meant, it sure rattled his cage.
Why do multi-million-dollar deals break down in the wasteland?
It's like such a weird.
It has to have a double meaning.
Master Dick, that must be quite a computer game to be worth tying up a $50 million computer.
Riddle of the Minotaur. It's really cool. Look, not only do you have to avoid all these traps,
He was behind the wall.
Yeah, no, it still shot through it.
but you've got to solve all these
Maybe that
riddles.
one enemy
What is
can.
the shortest distance between a point in Nome, Alaska, and a point in Miami, Florida? Well, a straight line. What else?
Mightn't the answer on a globe be a curved line?
Wasteland. Wasteland.
No!
Oh, that. That's the hand of fate. When you make a mistake, it picks you up and takes you to another part of the maze.
That seems like kind of a cool
Doesn't
game.
Mockridge own a club downtown called the Wasteland?
The Wasteland. Oh,
Right. The Wasteland.
I mean in the game. It's a dead end, see?
Daniel Mockridge is walking into a trap.
There was a computer game that came with the encyclopedia for Windows. And it was the fucking coolest thing. You go through this maze, and to get through it, you have to answer all these questions on history and stuff like that. And it was the coolest fucking thing.
Oregon Trail.
Back then when Windows did like awesome stuff, like,
Nigma?
you know, include that.
Decode that message all by yourself, Mockridge? Or did you have help?
You're trespassing, Nigma. Get out.
You don't understand. I have a proposition for you.
You've come up with a new game?
This? No, this puzzle is far more than any mere game. Wouldn't you agree? Or do you need to try it yourself? Solve it. Then we'll talk.
What is this? Some kind of extortion scheme?
You think I want money? What I want now is you.
Nah, that guy needs to die. Right?
Empty.
Batman, you gotta let this one slide.
Who invited you? You know what happens to gate crashers? They have to match wits with the Riddler.
It's interesting when that art, when it changes to kind of that weird look.
The Riddler? What is that, Nigma? Some kind of joke on your name?
Can we actually have a brain beneath that pointy cowl of ours? So tell me, have you brawn to match?
The way he talks and carries himself reminds me a lot of. I don't know if you've seen the original Blade Runner, but
Once. Twice, actually.
reminds me a lot of Tyrell
Okay.
in that movie.
Jesus. I would be trying to kick the shit out of the Riddler right there, wouldn't you? That takes some muscle.
Yeah, that guy's big.
What's Enigma's play here with the little spinny chandelier?
Let's consider you handled.
You're telling me that guy could
You're
have...
just gonna sit there and watch it happen? If we hear that thing split up, he'd rip my fucking hands out.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a gun on him.
Yeah.
Coming through!
Batman would not They're gonna die of smoke inhalation now.
Well done, Batman. But have you wits enough to save 2 people at the same time? It's my own variation on the Chinese finger puzzle.
He's gonna get pulled over with that license plate. Let me tell you that right now.
Gotham cops corrupt, man.
It's getting hot in here. Get me out of this thing.
That would start freaking me out.
Yeah.
What did you mean, a joke on his name?
I figured the creator of the Minotaur game was behind this the minute I saw that billboard. His name's Nigma. Edward Nigma.
Enigma, meaning a puzzle or riddle. An enigma.
Zach, what's it saying? It's Morse code.
Lights. Why are they all flashing?
It's Morse code.
Ah!
This is just small buttons.
I think they'd get damaged during his brawls.
That should get their attention.
You got the guy you wanted.
I do like the green silhouette.
Batman knows who I am. We'll have to put him and his snot-nosed cohort out of the way first.
How did they do that question mark?
I know, I saw that. It's supposed to be like him bending over in the chair.
I guess.
When is the Minotaur's owner as high as an elephant's high?
What's as high as an elephant's eye?
Corn. What's another word meaning corn?
Maze.
A kernel, a cob?
Maze. When Mockridge is in the maze.
Maze!
That is a disturbing clown thing.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
You're gonna die, clown!
Where's Mockridge?
In the center of the maze, along with the Minotaur robot. I programmed it to destroy him at exactly 4:30 a.m.
Well, that's awful.
But first, throw down your utility belts.
Would you do that?
Oh, and by the way, you'll have to answer the riddle of the Minotaur too.
I'll tell you what. They could scale those walls.
Yeah, just run along.
Already I love this.
That's what Batman did in the episode The Mad Hatter. Yeah.
Could you do it more quickly?
Oh, the griffin. Well, that just blocks off the way you came, that's all.
What?
Losers ahead?
Oh.
Loses ahead.
I would have been dead.
I don't know what's worse, the traps or the pun.
I guess this isn't a good time to tell you. Nobody's ever made it to the center of the maze.
I'll find Mockridge if I have to tear this place apart, Nigma.
I doubt it. I made sure the perils are quite lethal. You have 8 minutes, gentlemen.
What's happening in 2 minutes?
Yeah, especially for cartoon time.
Namekian 5 minutes here.
Yeah.
You don't happen to know Arabic, do you?
No, but I can translate it.
You'd have to know what the characters are, though.
Which way to the eating place?
Oh, terrific.
Good thing he's got Wi-Fi.
We're going the wrong way, because here comes the hand of fate!
What technology is this?
Yeah, I know. I don't know how this man that evidently didn't have a lot of money made all this shit happen.
Yeah.
Of course, we went to the left, but in the Arab world, you always eat with your right hand.
You always eat with your right?
In the Arab world? I thought they wiped with their right.
Yeah.
He never shook hands with the right hand.
You do with the left.
Don't look at me.
They were wrong. I
That's
don't
what I heard. That's
Yeah,
what I
me too.
heard. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know.
That thing has its own self-propulsion. What's that called? An anti-gravity reactor.
A this time.
No, wait! Turn that key and there'll be 3 blades.
But how do you...
It's the C key. Trust me.
I don't want to know why. Why is it the C key?
It's a musical puzzle. The key of D has 2 sharps. The key of A has 3.
But the key of C has no sharps.
Shortest distance between 2 points on a globe. That one I remember.
1 minute, Batman.
Well, now it's...
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
But that's the wrong door.
I know.
But the hand!
That's what I want.
Fucking staring at that thing.
I linked it to my Palm-top computer.
Pumped up.
You're not allowed to tamper with the hand of fate.
I don't believe in fate.
You probably don't believe in minotaurs either, but you'll still have to answer the riddle.
I have billions of eyes, yet I live in darkness. I have millions of ears, yet only 4 lungs. I have no muscle, yet I rule 2 hemispheres.
That's simple. The human brain.
A lucky guess, that's all. But it won't save you, Batman.
In the Arkham games, there's always all kinds of riddles, and most of them are optional. But he always kind of holds up his end of the deal, though, because he respects you if you solve it.
I solved your riddle, Enigma. Now here's one for you. How do you take out a Minotaur with a single blow? Like this.
How's that thing supposed to grab you? Like, it looked like it would just take you out.
It just picks you up.
Sorry, boys, but you'll never find me. I'm not even in the amusement park. And by the time you get out of the maze, I'll be out of the city.
I guess the mayor's happy about this.
Bringing in $5.5 million a year in new jobs will do that.
Yeah, it'd be hard not to be like that.
Mockridge may have his money, but he won't be sleeping well.
Funny looking shotgun.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I mean, I love this is still the era where you can have guns in a cartoon.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
How much is a good night's sleep worth? Now there's a riddle for you.
I am glad that it kind of focused on his punishment, you know?
But they reveal he's just some slimy asshole that's going to get away with it.
What do you think?
I thought it was good enough. I mean, you have that kind of old Adam West Batman kind of campiness to it with the Joker. Or not the Joker,
Yeah.
the Riddler. You see that shit with the Joker. He's always playing his little gimmicks and he has his little fucking toys. But like the Riddler is kind of like somewhere in between.
Well, it's just like I've seen some episodes here that have been so well done.
Yeah. And some of them are just campy. This one had a lot of those caveats. I saw a lot of Adam West shit in this one.
Yeah, like, well, the thugs, like, the way they were fighting and all...
Chasing each other around.
And the way Bruce, like, there's no way Batman would be in some kind of situation where it looked like someone was getting the best of him if he's just, like, a thug.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like the Riddler. I actually like the maze thing. That thing was cool.
Yeah.
Every time that happens in something, I go, hell yeah, I love mazes.
I like Edward Nygma, the Riddle, the Minotaur, Mockridge, the
slimy asshole,
Wasteland Club, Wayne and Fox. I mentioned during the reaction that the way that the voice actor executes his role in this the Riddler reminds me a lot of Tyrell.
Yeah.
I mean, how the character is written, because the way Tyrell is kind of this, wouldn't call him snobby, but you can tell that he knows he has a brain.
I remember that a little bit. I mean, he was fighting him at the end in the rain on the roof, right?
No, that's not Tyrell.
Oh, fuck. Who was
Tyrell's the guy that made the replicants. He has the company.
Okay.
But you're talking about Roy Batty.
Oh, okay.
Rutger Hauer.
By the way, I'm looking at Batman stuff for this episode because, you know, don't have a shit ton to talk about.
No, I mean, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, like, you know, like it gives us an era where it feels kind of like the 40s or 50s, but there's computers and other technology, you know what I mean?
I'm going to look up the voice actor.
Okay. According to Eric Radomski, he directed this episode as a result of the network not wanting to pay for an extra director, leading to him and Bruce Timm splitting 7 episodes that weren't previously assigned to anyone and adding them to their normal workloads. Radomski wasn't the biggest fan of the Riddler or the episode's title and lobbied for Alan Burnett to change the latter, but he wouldn't budge. On the Riddler, he said...
You know who plays him?
Who?
We were just talking about someone he's played in a show with that name.
Lionel
fucking Luthor.
John Glover.
John Glover.
Holy shit, that makes the episode better for me.
Yeah.
He is a great character.
Hell yeah.
Him and Michael Rosenbaum's Lex, they to me were some of the best.
Oh, yeah.
They're just fucking great, man.
Hell yeah.
On the Riddler, he said, we couldn't convince the writers that the Riddler might set something up as simple as a bomb in somebody's office. It had to be complicated. So that posed a real problem because you have 22 minutes to establish the character, and they suddenly get put in these complex riddles that Batman must figure out. And of course, he immediately figures them out, and that destroys the whole mystery of Batman as a detective, because all he does is think for a minute, and he has the answer. And that didn't work for me, but I did the best I could with it. The creative team thought it was very difficult to write the Riddler. There was a lot of things that were rejected because they were silly. Bruce Timm mentioned that personality-wise, Gorshin's Riddler had been very similar to their version of Joker. So for their version of Riddler, he was deliberately depicted as a serious, suave intellectual to differentiate him from Gorshin's Riddler. Andrea Romano, okay, blah, blah, blah. Production consistencies, only that. Trivia, the riddle of the Minotaur Maze was adapted into the first stage Riddler level in the Super Nintendo game. Okay. Like I said, now that John Glover's in it, good for that man.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I could see it now.
Yeah.
I was talking because I can just seeing what little bit of it did from him in Smallville.
Glad for him to stay in the DC universe.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
This has been before Smallville, so...
Way before.
Yeah. So,
this is like 1990 or 1991.
Yeah, so he was there in the beginning.
But no, my thing is, how does he have this self-propelling...
Yeah, where do they get the shit? It's like the Joker. It makes sense with the Joker. I guess he's always stealing money or he can rob it. And,
yeah.
But eventually you think he'd burn a lot of bridges and not be able to come up with this shit.
You figured.
Like, it's just some scientists on these kidnapped and making them do this shit.
Maybe like the guy from North Korean dictator.
So I don't know, but it's for the sake of the cartoon, whatever.
Well, I wonder when the production order is for this, because we watched the Catwoman one where she gets sick and they're going to do this plague, which is a vile plan.
Yeah, so they can sell the cure, just like something that's happened recently.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So
unsubstantiated.
Yeah. We
Tut tut.
What was I gonna say?
Conspiracy theories. Blah blah.
What was I gonna say? Damn it, Zach.
I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah. In that one they had to fire the team that was doing the animation because they did so bad.
Yeah.
But when they turned it in, they had another couple episodes that they did after because they were contracted, right?
Yeah.
And they ended up being really good, but they already got fired. I don't know how it works. But this episode, to me, had some, not really any standout animation.
No.
And sometimes this show has amazing moments. Like Harvey Dent stuff when Batman's riding the motorcycle and there's lightning. It is like off a comic book. I'm like, this is 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and sometimes you have like something that looks like it was from the 1990s.
Yeah, it's pretty kind of low budget.
Yeah. That's
mediocre.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, love Batman.
John Glover.
Okay episode. Love John Glover. And that's pretty much it. If you like us, you like Batman, if you like awesome shit, you like awesome people, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check us out on Patreon. If not, we'll see you next week.